We've got just the person to help. We're joined by the woman who takes on massive companies, consumer rights expert Helen Dewdney. Lovely to see you on the show, Helen. Can we start with some research, actually, from Ofcom, if that's OK? Because it's quite interesting. They found customer service phone lines haven't been up to scratch. People experiencing long waiting times, disappointing service. As the queen of complaining, what do you make of that when you hear research like that?
It's not a surprise to me. That's what I hear from consumers all the time, that, that companies are still blaming COVID, even though, we're 2.5 years on from that. So it's certainly what's the broad picture is like that out there.
Mm. And for some people, they might want to complain, but they'll be put off. They might be a bit shy or, a bit unsure. Can they complain? What would you say to them?
Absolutely. Just get a little bit more assertive. Just get practice at it, because certainly when we're seeing that it takes so long on the phone, actually your best way of complaining is by putting it in writing anyway, and then you can do that calmly and have got your evidence trail there.
We'll get some tips from you now, actually, on that, because actually you don't want to be complaining about anything. You just want the service to be there, but there are frustrations out there. So some people do want to complain to get a result. Some people do want to complain to pass on the message sometimes, don't they? So tell us your top tips for complaining effectively then.
Well, certainly it is to put it in writing, as I mentioned, because that gives you the evidence trail. You can get all your information in there. Be objective, be polite, be assertive,
okay.
Put everything in that. And so if you email that, then that's the best way. And if they're not providing an email address, get one off ceoemail.com.
Can you do it via social media? Because a lot of people do that now as an official complaint.
I think it's good for short, quick complaints, but if you've got a longer complaint, you're still going to have to take it offline to give all your details. So it can help sometimes to speed things up, but usually it's something for small or to get them their attention.
So number one, put it in writing. Number two, consumer rights.
Yeah, mention the law. You don't need to be a legalese, you don't need to be a lawyer, you just need to know what's out there. And really the main one to know about is the Consumer Rights Act 2015. So under that, you're entitled to items that are of satisfactory quality, match the description, are free from defects and last a reasonable length of time. And services should be carried out with reasonable skill and care. So if it doesn't meet any of those things, then they're in breach of consumer law. And if you mention that, that sort of focuses the customer services.
All right. What's next after that?
Tell them what it is you want, because quite often people will write...
It's a really good point, yeah.
People will just say, they'll just go this, and the customer service people are sitting there going, I don't know what you want, because sometimes it's just an apology. So it is a case of saying, I want a refund, or I want a repair, or I want a replacement, and what it is that you want so that they know. Maybe you just want to put some training into staff. It's about knowing, what it is that you want and what you're entitled to.
Yeah. How long does this go on for, then? Because surely both parties want a deadline for this to end.
Yeah, so my next point would be always put a deadline. And certainly if you're doing writing with an email now, 5 working days is fine. Mm-hmm. And to say, actually, this is what I want and this is what I want to hear by, even if they then email you back and say it's going to take 14 days for us to investigate or whatever it is, you have got them with that trail that's so important.
Yeah, this is all good stuff. Yeah.
I know. So Helen, like you say, you expect to hear back in about 5 days. If you're getting no response, you're getting nowhere. Is there a last resort? Is there anywhere we can go where people might listen?
Well, there are a variety of things, but you certainly want to sort of finish your email with something like, should I not be fully satisfied with your response, I will not hesitate in taking the matter further, which will include but not be limited to, and then put some of the things you might do, like you might go onto review sites, you might go onto forums, or you might go to an ombudsman, so who will make a decision for you on it. So if it's energy or finance or phone, there are ones that they have to be members of, but they're also in motor, furniture and home improvement. There are also ombudsmen for those sectors as well, which are voluntary, but you check out whether they're a member and you can threaten that as well.
Yeah, that's good. They're really good tips. I think that's the point of knowing exactly what to do will help a lot of people at the moment, because there's a lot of frustration out there. Thank you, Helen. Always good to see you. Thank you very much.